Hi, this video is about the case study of Nokia. So during the research, I saw that Nokia did not fail. It was murdered. It was assassinated by its CEO Steve Nilo. And how this I will tell you later in this video. So first I'll tell you about Nokia. It was a Finland-based company which was launched in 1865, which was into many verticals such as communication, IT, and consumer electronics. Initially, Nokia acquired Mobira, which was a telephonic manufacturer, and they started manufacturing telecom handsets with Mobira. In 1982, Nokia made its first handset, which was Mobira Senator, which was a car phone and which weighed up to 10 kgs. In 1984, they improved a bit and they launched Mobira Talkman, which was a transportable phone which could be used both inside and outside the car. And now it weighed up to 5 kgs only. And in 1987, they revolutionized the company by launching Mobira Cityman, which was a portable handset which could be used across the city. And now it weighed up to only 800 grams. And its sales went up into the sky, and Nokia made a huge name out of that. After that, in 90s, in 1991, PM of Finland did the first ever GSM call from the Nokia handset. And after that, in 90s, the featured phones of Nokia gave Nokia massive growth. In 1997 to 1998, Nokia became the number one company with 25% of market share, leaving behind the Motorola. And in the top 50 handsets, there used to be the first 20 used to be of Nokia only. Between 2003 and 2005, when Nokia launched the two iconic handsets, Nokia 1100 and Nokia 1110, which some of us has also used. So, and later on they introduced many other models, and they captured 75%, so 70% of the market share in India. And in 2008, after selling 450 million handsets across the globe, Nokia became the market leader in featured phone. Now, here comes the downfall of Nokia after 2008, when Apple and Android entered the American and European markets. In Asian market, Samsung and Motorola also launched their somewhere approx 50-50 handsets of their flip phones, and Nokia was too huge to adapt the changes very quickly. And by 2009 and 2011, Android and Apple started beating Nokia badly. Apple almost had 3 lakh applications with itself, and Android was also having 1.5 lakhs application. And on the other hand, Nokia did not even have 20,000 applications with its operating system, which was Symbian. So Google and Apple built their community by 2011. Now here comes Stephen Elop in September 2010, when he joined as the CEO of Nokia. He decided to adapt the changes, but he also moved into the wrong direction. Instead of going to Google to adapt Android, he went to Microsoft, and no one was making applications which were compatible for Windows Phone. So they failed to build their ecosystem. So I'll tell you with a few points which was the reason of Nokia's failure. Firstly, the hiring of Stephen Elop. He was a competent man but with low will. So prior to Nokia, he was working with Microsoft as an internal business head. And as per Forbes, Stephen Elop deliberately did not went to Google, and he went to Microsoft instead. He knew that if Nokia will have the Android platform, no one could beat it because it was a global giant. And there was a conspiracy behind it, because Microsoft, he knew that when he'll go to Microsoft and after that Microsoft will buy Nokia, then he'll get a chance to become the next CEO of the Microsoft. And eventually Microsoft bought Nokia for $7 billion. Later, The second point which I would say is the wrong acquisition. Microsoft wasted its $7 billion to buy just a hardware company and did not use its name. Okay, they bought Nokia for $7 billion and did not use Nokia's name in the market. They instead used Microsoft on their handsets. They otherwise could have bought a hardware company just for $1 million from China or elsewhere. And the third point, which I would say, is they were the slow mover. They were too slow to bring the change in the market, and iOS and Android both were way ahead. And the fourth point, which I would say, is neglecting feedback. They neglected all the feedback which came to them regarding all the problems and consumer complaints. They neglected all the feedbacks. So yes, these are the points from me for Nokia. Thank you.